Hi everybody, I'm Steve Liddycoat from Burlington, Ontario, Canada. I've been a Leon Russell fan since I saw the Homewood video on TV when I was 15 years old. Since then, especially in this computer era, I have been researching his history and collecting various items related to his work. I found this on my computer among other Leon Russell material that I acquired, gifted, purchased, or traded many years ago. I would like to share it with Leon Russell's fans by reading it aloud. No copyright infringement is intended. I believe that this is not copyrighted material. If there are any objections, I would appreciate being contacted directly at sliddycoat@gmail.com. This story, written by Leon Russell, is called The Society. It has 8 chapters, so I'll read them in 8 separate installments. Chapter 1. The Chance Meeting. The rain is cold and coming down in steady sheets. Oncoming lights make starbursts in the condensation left by the faulty defroster. It seems that it is always raining in Texas, and it creates a dark, depressing feeling that matches my own. The chance meeting that caused this trip was as unexpected and surprising as the ominous message given to me by the Nigerian at the station in Nashville. The fear in the man's voice was startling enough to cause anyone to worry. Only sheer desperation could cause a man to take a complete stranger into his confidence and plead for help. I suppose it could have been anyone standing at the self-service pump 6 short days ago, but it happened to be me. The man walked up and stood close, with fiery, penetrating eyes that left no doubt about the seriousness of the situation, and said, "You must help me. They are going to kill me." The accent was thick, but the tone was demanding enough not to be denied. I looked away for a moment to check my pump, and when I looked around again, he was running toward an old Buick. Before I even had a chance to think, the ground was moving with terrible noise, and the Buick had turned into a massive fireball. When I recovered, I found myself some 70 feet from where I was standing, covered with glass and plastic, and the smell of burning rubber and flesh was overwhelming. I managed to make out the tag number of the Buick just as the fire trucks and police arrived. By the time the questioning was over, I was feeling clear-headed enough to call my own contact at the police department and to get a name attached to those license plates. Adi Wali was just coming home from work when I arrived at the apartment and was surprised when I asked him about his car. He said he had lent it to a friend 2 days before and hadn't seen it since that time. Further questioning revealed that the friend was a petroleum engineering student on a scholarship grant from Exxon and the University of Nigeria. He was from a wealthy family and was thought of very highly by all his teachers and friends I was able to find, with the help of the young Buick owner. The last person I talked to before leaving Dallas was the most unusual person I had ever met. After searching for this man for 3 days without success, I found him sitting in my car examining my radio. He looked to be in his early 70s, dressed in a very formal 3-piece suit of the type favored by stockbrokers and expensive attorneys. He seemed only slightly interested when I got in the car, and he pointed to the radio and said, "White man's magic." I introduced myself, told him it was my car, and asked if I could help him in some way. He laughed loudly and said, "I don't need help, you need help." The broken English and thick accent were hard to understand, but I had no difficulty understanding the personal power this man projected. His eyes gleamed with fire, and his passion was overwhelming when he said, "You search for the devil in his own house." He went on to tell his strange tale. The student from Nigeria was from a family well known to this curious man. He referred to them with great respect and, what seemed to be, an attitude of awe. The story that unfolded was of magic and secret rituals that reminded me of modern science fiction stories. The boy had come to this country on a scholarship arranged by his father strictly as a guise for his real purpose, which was to uncover a plot that was being perpetrated by certain people in Texas against the population of the United States and ultimately the entire world. So now here I am going west on I-30 to investigate a clandestine plot of World War proportions perpetrated by persons unknown.